Zach Moss.
And I'm AJ Finney.
And this is
Hippie?
Not Hippie.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 37 of Hippie, Not Hippie.
Yeah.
With us in the old hot box today, Michael Turner.
What is good?
Hey, buddy, how you doing today?
I'm good, dude. Beautiful weather in Denver. Been
Yeah?
hot.
Where
but
are you
I like
at
it.
now? L.A.?
I'm in L.A. I came here thinking that I would get cool weather. Actually, it was like 98 all week, so I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah.
But
It's hot as fuck, man.
it's crazy. Is this normal? Is global boiling?
No, it's the hottest July the world has ever seen, apparently.
That is
Right.
true.
Which is, that's like fun.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a fun stat that we
Yeah.
live through this.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows? Next year,
Yeah.
maybe. So, so
Break the record.
what really hit me hard is that doctors in like certain parts of the like Arizona
Yeah.
are treating a new kind of injury that occurs when people fall on the ground and burn themselves.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's so hot in Arizona. I came up in Phoenix, dude. It's been 110 degrees for 30 days straight or something like that.
But it's like
That
yeah,
asphalt is hot, dude.
Yeah, I fell on the concrete and burned myself.
Yeah.
It's like falling on a
You know,
frying
like-
pan.
Like,
Very
I
similar.
accidentally touched the ground, which is similar to a stove everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere is stove.
I'm walking on a live weapon
Right.
right now.
My buddy
Yeah.
Frank said he used to get in his Jeep, and if he didn't put some sort of sun blinder on the windshield, almost just cook your legs if you're shorts.
Really?
If you're in shorts, yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Well, yeah, you know what they say. Some kids got to touch the sidewalk to find out it's hot, right?
Is that Shel Silverstein? What was that? What
Where the
fuck?
sidewalk
Yeah,
is.
was that?
Well, no,
Is
you
that
know, say,
Dr.
like some
Seuss?
kids got to touch the stove.
Yeah.
To realize,
Yeah.
In Arizona,
I told you not
it's
to
like-
touch that
it's like
sidewalk.
Yeah.
it's like I told you not to play outside, or you would fucking cook.
Yeah. I know.
Dude, it's
It's crazy.
Arizona. So I haven't spent a lot of time in Arizona in general.
Yeah.
It's arid though, right?
Yeah, it's dry, so that's nice. Like I always say, I was in Austin recently, and then I went to Phoenix. I would rather have the Phoenix heat than the Austin heat.
That's what it stands for, arid zone.
The arid zone. Arizona.
Yeah. Wow. Who knew?
Now, what is it? Do you know what it actually
I
stands
like.
for?
You gotta
I
watch-
would like to,
I love how Zach just holds a straight face, and I'm like, I don't know if he's
I
being
don't know.
honest or not.
they could have misspelled air. Arizona. I don't know what it means. I've never even looked in that. I'm sure it's a tribe that we massacred.
100%.
I hope that's
Yeah.
what's going on. Probably
So
up
were
in
you-
Flagstaff.
were you
Yeah,
born?
I hope that's what's happening.
I hope that's God, golly, I hope.
You said you came up in Phoenix. Were you born
Yeah.
in Phoenix?
No, I was born in Cincinnati.
Ohio
yeah,
boy.
born and raised Cincinnati boy. Yeah,
Do
and
you,
then
do you like cinnamon in your chili?
I didn't know that when it was given to me early. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you the ingredients. You're like,
they
I
just
just
put it in
fucking
your
love this
bottle.
shit. Yeah, and then you realize the ingredients. You're like, that's been a weird youth I've had. But yeah, I do fuck with that chili heavy.
Yeah.
Really? So what is
I
it?
mean,
Is that like Skyline chili?
Skyline's like the most popular brand. There's also like every neighborhood
It's
has
a
their
fast
own.
food joint. Skyline.
It's Skyline,
isn't it?
yeah. So
Right
Skyline,
across the street from the Caravan in Louisville.
there is one
Yeah.
there. Yes, 100%. So because it's like Cincinnati started, but then now they're in Columbus, Louisville, shit like that, dude. This shit, I mean, fucking, you get hammered drunk, you hit that Ludlow one about 2:30 in the morning, and that's fucking.
Dude, that
You
was
find Jesus in that booth.
that was the first place I saw on the menu a chili three-way,
Yeah.
which was I was just laughing.
Yep.
That's all I
Three-way.
could do,
We
just not an adult.
we do.
What you got to tell everybody what that is.
I didn't order it,
It's when you hook up with Asian and a black woman,
but you got to put cinnamon on it.
and you got
if
to
you're
put
in
cinnamon
Ohio.
and it's cinnamon and brown sugar. But no, it's a bed of spaghetti,
Yeah, there it is.
a layer of chili, and a layer of like the fluffiest, finely shredded cheddar, and it's
Yeah.
fucking great. And
But
you
now-
can put onions and beans on there too.
Skyline. That was the thing. Skyline
Four
chili
way.
is
If
a
you want to
meat-
make it a orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, if you're gonna turn it, I'll take 2 gangbangs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have 2 chili three-ways, but I'm gonna slam them together. Can I
Yes.
get sloppy sixes, please?
100%. No, it's good, dude. That shit is fire.
But Skyline is a meat and sauce, right? The beans are optional.
The beans you add in, yeah. So it's just meat, but it's also like more soupy. It's it's a tough thing to defend, honestly. Like if I showed you a picture, you'd be like, I think it's a hard out.
It looks like spaghetti meat.
It's it's like bolognese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a meat and sauce where it's like, you know what?
It's like a meet and greet.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? Coming over for the first time, I'm going to serve you a little meat and sauce. So you come in the door, let you know.
Meat and some mutton.
Meat and some mutton.
So it happens.
Mutton meat.
Oh, meat.
Look who's coming to dinner. The dude, I hard vouch when you go to Cincinnati. It's good hangover food. It's good drunk food. Also, it's good. Just Cincinnati. We don't care about our health.
Yeah. My father-in-law spent a lot of time in Michigan, and a popularity of the chili three-way. So it's talked about a lot in the house.
Yeah.
I think Cincinnati low-key has very good pizza as well.
You like
Really?
it?
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to defend too. I like it because I was born into it, right?
Now, what's the difference?
It's like a sweeter. How would you describe it?
Sweet sauce?
The sauce is a little sweeter, I think. What did you have, La Rosa's?
What's the deal with What's the deal with Ohio putting sweetener and everything?
Seinfeld over. What's the deal?
What's the deal?
Yeah, we do. We're sweetening things. The barbecue's sweet too. It's apple cider vinegar is the key in there.
There was a lot. There was like some seasoning on the crust that I thought was really good at a few places that I had it.
I'm wondering if you had Hungry Howie's.
Oh, we got Hungry Howie's here.
That kind of hits.
I just even had like a place where I was doing a show and it was just like some random pizza and like I'd been in Chicago. I'd had Chicago style pizza.
The deep dish or the thin crust?
Both.
Thin crust Chicago is good. I don't even think people. That's like
no, but most people
really
don't even fuck
them?
with the deep dish.
Yeah.
I think they got like a small deep dish just so we could all have like one little piece and be like, this fucking sucks.
I can't do the deep. It's too much. It's like it's like a pie.
Yeah.
But savory.
I got shit to do.
And Chicago has good pizza, and then we went to the famous Detroit place and had the pan buddies or whatever.
Those are good if you're hungry. Those are good.
And that was, I mean, it's fucking pizza. It's all good. But then we were in Cincinnati, and I tried their pizza, and I was like, I actually think I might like this more than these other, like, big... And we ended the tour in New York or whatever. So, I mean, I don't
like the worst pizza of the tour, New York City.
No, New York's fucking great, too.
New York's great.
I mean, they're all good, but I think Cincinnati had really good fucking pizza. And really good pupusas.
Pupusas?
Yeah.
What's a pupusa?
You ever put a pupusa in your mouth?
Isn't that a Bolivian dish? Or is that just your ex-girlfriend's kushi?
It sounds like something you don't talk about.
Sounds a little gamey.
It's like a corn pouch kind of thing.
Yeah, with some soup in there, right?
Is it like a pierogi?
No, there's like the ones I get. There's a good place to get them here in Denver on Wadsworth. Called Papusa something, but Papusa Sunrise or something.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you got to put your nose in it.
I get pork and bean ones, and they so it's like a fried dish, like thing stuffed with pork and beans, and then it comes with really good coleslaw and carrots and like peppers.
But it's a closed salsa. Bread, like a hot pocket.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a pierogi, or there's a Spanish version of it too.
It's a disc though, so.
Oh,
it's a disc. This is every turn with this pupusa.
It's like an Uncrustable.
Yeah.
Actually, every pupusa has its own shape.
Yeah.
They're sometimes flappy.
Well, actually,
I like to think about in my head, pupusas are wild.
Yes.
There's a pupusa chart, and there's like 30 different types.
Yeah. Which pupusa are you?
And if you get one that looks like any of those, don't worry. It's totally normal.
You're normal. Yeah. You're normal.
Now I gotta get.
This is what Barbie's about. That's actually the storyline of Barbie. Pupusas.
Man, I like. You ever had St. Louis style pizza?
I have. There's a spot in Phoenix that had it. Super, almost like cracker thin.
Yep,
right?
cracker thin, and it's usually a It's called Provel that they use.
Yes,
it's a kind of like a Velveeta.
It's a white cheese, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That was all right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it, but I don't know why.
It was nice. It was like good to like snack on.
Yeah.
You could eat a bunch of it.
Yeah.
That's what what you have here that I got the other night because I haven't had it since Cincinnati is Donato's Pizza.
Donato.
Hard vouched, dude.
Really? Here?
It's I don't know where I got it from. I got it on whatever it was, Uber Eats, and I grew up in Cincinnati. Donato's is everywhere. They're known for its thin crust pizza and it's edge to edge pepperoni, dude. If you get pepperoni,
so all
you
the way
can't
to
even
the
see the
crust.
cheese, dog. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's art.
So it's like, okay, so you have a regular pizza, and then instead of double layering it with cheese, it's just pepperoni all over the top.
Now, there's cheese under there. You got to trust that process.
Gotcha.
But there's going to be pepperoni every fucking way.
You hate touching bread? You only like grabbing meat? Come on down to
Come on down to Donato's. You
Yeah.
fuck around with enough meat, you might get yourself a pupusa.
Chicago hot dogs, though, I mess with that all day long. I think they got the best hot dogs.
Chicago
I don't like
dogs.
sweet relish.
No?
Yeah, I'm not a relish boy either.
What about, they just put they put that whole pickle slice on there. That's
I'm out on that. I'm not a pickle guy either.
Oh, no?
Some places have dill as a substitute option, and,
Yeah.
and those slap. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck sugar in a pickle.
Did I
Yeah.
ever tell you about the Rude restaurant? Ever tell you that story in Chicago?
Like
Dick's Hideaway?
Last
Yeah. That's
Do you know about it?
Well, is that what you're talking about?
Well,
Dick's Last Resort?
There's a turn here, but yeah, have you been?
To now, are you talking about
I'm
in Chicago when
Yeah,
there's like a black
Chicago.
woman telling you they're talking shit to you in the
Yes.
park or something like
Yes.
that? Yeah, my brother went there and he told a very funny story about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Have
So-
you been?
You tell this story if you want to tell
No,
it.
I'd be butchering it because it's
Okay.
his story. Yeah, but
Okay, have you been?
No.
Okay. My friend Jesse Turney, he does not mind this. We were at Last Comic Standing auditioning in Chicago. The whole ride from Kansas City up there, he kept going, do you know about this restaurant where you can just fucking say whatever the fuck you want to
Yeah.
these people? That's all he cared about. He was hyper focused on it. He blew his audition. Like he was just like, can we go eat now? Like he's doing all the research. He will not stop for a day and a half talking about this place. Finally, Nikki Glazer gets passed and she's got to perform that night. And we just go, all right, Jesse, where are we going? He goes, I got it. And we go into this place.
what a sliding doors moment too. Nikki
And-
Glazer goes on to have great success.
Yeah, that's name dropping.
this route, but he was so focused on this fucking crazy
Dude,
restaurant.
it's so we go into this place.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. It just seems like a diner.
Yeah.
And he's jacked. And he's just like, let me do the order. Let me do the order. And I'm like, all right, man. And he's such an out of control dude. And he's funny on stage, but off stage, one of the funniest people in the world.
Okay.
And this lady comes over and she goes, what can we get for you? And he goes, we'll have 4 waters, you fat bitch. And then she just went pale. It is at that exact moment we realize we're at a family diner.
Oh no! Oh my
We're at the wrong
god!
place. And she just goes, pardon me? And we're all looking around. We see children. And Jesse's like, is this not the place? And I was like, I don't
Oh
think
my
so, dude.
god!
It was like, we were at the like hamburger place
Yeah.
from SNL. But yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So funny.
Because my brother went there and it's pretty much just a bunch of Chicagoans just talking shit. But I just remember he ordered a chocolate shake and this big black woman just did this.
Just,
She just shook for him.
just shimmy.
And I was
those-
like, that's amazing.
For those of you listening at home, he just did a very nice
Shimmy. A little shimmy, yeah.
You can fucking shimmy and shake.
Yeah, I'm a shimmier
Yeah.
and a shaker.
Because I think it's like a food truck, hot dog stand where they do the same thing.
Yes, I think that's where my brother
And
went. Yeah.
that's where, when he was talking about it, I was like, I don't think we're supposed to be inside a family
This is at
diner.
Denny's.
Yeah.
It's like, the fuck, dude?
Well, and I like how that food truck, it's probably just like, one of the guys that owns it, he's just a huge asshole. It wasn't supposed to even be a thing.
Yeah.
You know, he just like, everybody's like, wow, this is the meanest fucking guy
Yeah.
I've ever met in my life.
One
Yeah.
customer overheard how the boss was talking to the staff, and then they were like, no, that's just how we do it here.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, I mean, I worked in a restaurant like that too. People didn't know that was the kind of restaurant they were coming into, but like, yeah, they were like, oh, this, because it was in South Dakota by Mount Rushmore. We had like a bison steak on the menu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, this bison steak is undercooked or whatever.
Yeah,
and
put
they
that
sent-
in a pupusa.
And they sent it back, and I go back to the guy who owns the place, who's also cooking, and I go, hey man, they said that this buffalo steak isn't prepared correctly, and he's like, you go back there,
Oh no.
and you tell them that I've been cooking fucking buffalo steaks for 40 goddamn years. And if they have a fucking problem with this steak, then they can get the fuck out of my restaurant.
What message did you relay?
I was like, he says there's nothing you can do. I'm still trying to get somewhat of a tip.
So here's some A1 sauce.
Yeah.
Get over it, bitch.
Yeah, sorry.
That's hilarious.
No, and then they were like,
Restaurants
well, I don't want it. I can't eat it. And then I take it back there, and he goes, well, You want a fucking buffalo steak, Zach? He just slammed it on the table, and I ate the fucking. It was fine.
It's good.
Yeah, it was probably fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. I did. You did restaurants for a long time then?
Yeah. I waited. I was a server for from when I was like 16 to 21, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
So 5 years.
Yeah, it was probably about that. So I was like maybe 23 or something. I did. I snuck a Fridays in there.
Yeah,
I was in the Fridays in left field at the Bank One ballpark in Arizona.
Don't you have to have flair at a Fridays?
So this was the best one because you didn't have to. It was at a baseball stadium, so like we were kind of not. We were like above everything else. Like we were the most high earning Fridays in the nation.
Yeah.
Just because it's at a baseball game, like everything's $10 more
like
expensive.
You would go into another Fridays and be like, "Give me 4 waters, you fat bitch!"
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, yes, sir. Right away.
Are you from the baseball field?
I'm the fucking baseball dude, bitch. Yeah, first pitch is coming at you. I throw a fucking ball at the cook. Yeah, that was a good one. Fridays, dude. Shout out to the Jack Daniel sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard vouch, dude. There's crack. There's crack in that thing. If there's crack cocaine or heroin in that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
I think it's alcohol.
Yeah. Is it booze? Yeah, it might be Jack Daniel. Well, no, you cook it out of it. Is what the cooks would say. They don't. They don't lie.
Yeah, but if you drink it before you cook it,
Now you're cooking with gas, baby.
Yeah. Was that the weirdest restaurant you ever worked at?
No, I worked at a place called the Fourth Floor Grill. It was on the 4th floor of a hotel, and it was like, it was only weird because it was just so like I don't know if you've ever worked like a hotel restaurant, but it's just the hotel guests or the locals, and the locals were all like big early bird special type people. Liver and onions was on the menu. I'm serving like the oldest people you can imagine, dude. You know, they were just always on the fringe of health concerns. My brother and I worked there at the same time, and he'd be like, "You see the lady in booth 23? She just ordered a seizure salad." I was like, "Jesus Christ, what's going on?"
So you and your brother both worked there?
Yeah, at one point.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh no, I was just gonna say the 4th floor grill. The 5th floor was smoky.
People hate you now. It was the top floor though, but you're right. It got a little smoky up there for sure. They also good ribs.
What kind of tips were you pulling out of that place?
It would, you'd get like just the worst tips sometimes. Just older people just weren't up to speed with kind of, I don't know, you're getting 10% stuff. Or traveling people, like Canadians are notorious for not tipping, and that checks out.
Wow.
Really? They were so. I always got from people traveling. Canadians were fine usually to me because they know that they're supposed to tip or whatever.
Maybe, I don't know. This is 2008. This is second term Bush. I mean, I don't think they got the memo yet.
I have.
They didn't like us till
Canadians,
Obama,
but it does seem bizarre.
Yeah, you know the difference between a Canadian and a canoe.
What's that?
Canoe tips. What are we doing? This thing on? Hello.
So this
pretty sure that's. Never mind. I'm pretty sure there's a comic I know that uses that in their act.
Really?
Oh, that's an old. That's a bar joke. The other joke I got from that place was a baby seal came up to the bar, asked the bartender. The bartender's like, "What can I get you?" And he says, "Anything but the Canadian Club," and that's fun. Take that with you.
Wow, I've heard variations of those jokes, but not with the Canadian spin.
Wow.
Well, Canadian Club is only because he's a baby seal would get clubbed to death.
I have heard a baby seal club joke, but it was it didn't have Canadian in it. It's just some sort of.
Anytime I can bring down the Canadian people.
Yeah. Nice.
But so. Because we're talking about tipping, this is something that's new. I don't know if this is happening in LA, but so it's a service fee. Have you noticed this where they're like adding a gratuity in? So if gratuity is already added into your bill, do you still tip?
I might throw like a $2 or something if it was a good. Yeah, I'll look at that and then maybe throw an extra. Also, I'm an old restaurant worker, server as well. So like I tip the stupidest amount sometimes.
Right.
You have to really offend me to get like 18%.
Right.
So I'll always throw an extra couple bucks.
Well, I'll throw a couple bucks. It's the big thing that throws me off. If I have excellent service, the tip is going through the roof for sure. But I don't know where the service fee is going. So is it just to the server, or is that a fee that is going everywhere?
Also, it goes to the kitchen a lot of times.
Yeah,
but what they have come back with is the restaurant business has said this is to make sure that the servers have a living wage. Why not just pay them more?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then you're trusting where it goes.
Well,
you don't trust a capitalistic monster that owns a restaurant to pay the right people the right wage. Come on.
I mean,
The service charge is clearly going to the right people.
Right.
I have an opinion on this.
Yeah, no,
Because so Denver raised the minimum wage, and everybody who owned a fucking restaurant was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to raise your fucking to pay for this. We're gonna have to raise food prices because obviously we're not gonna let that affect our profits, right?"
and this is the big business.
So I don't know if you noticed, but a few years ago, not just from the pandemic, but everything just fucking like doubled. Basically.
No, yeah.
I remember when a pupusa was $10.
Yeah.
Well, like the burrito place that Megan and I used to go, our favorite place where we'd go eat all the time, it was $9 for a fucking burrito with everything on it.
Yeah.
It's $17 now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's
And-
significant.
Yeah, and that's happened at a lot of places, but and a lot of places have added, raised their and they're like inflation and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
But then they'll also add this fucking service fee on where they're like, oh, we're adding 5% onto your bill because we need to take care of the kitchen. And where I want to be like is have you as an owner made any sacrifices at all to take care of your people better?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Put their feet to the Phoenix pavement.
Because
Face down.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when I see that service fee, it kind of pisses me off.
I'm going to
it's
guess
like,
no.
That should be no, they don't.
I know.
Right.
No, they're all like, oh, so and people won't work for how low money we're paying them, so we're
Yeah.
gonna add a 5% fucking thing on so that we can get their wages up and maintain our people because we're not gonna fucking take any sort of hit.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know that the margins are slim in that industry or whatnot,
Yeah,
but like
super slim.
But also I know, I've seen people who own restaurants who make a shitload of money too,
Yeah.
like
Well, you're an owner.
yeah.
And they own Fridays.
Yeah.
Dude, I met the Outback guy in Florida one time. I was like, dude, I fucking bowed at his feet. I was
Really?
like, thank you for that blooming onion, dude. You're the boy, dude. You're the boy. One of the OG Outback
He
guys.
bowed at his feet and he was like,
Yeah.
It was
bloomed.
It was a lotus, right? And all of a sudden, some just really nice sauce that paired well with it came out of nowhere.
all of a sudden a little horseradish and ketchup showed up
Yeah,
mixed
exactly.
together. You're like,
How about this is along the same lines, but you order pizza, you have pizza delivered. After if you pay with a card, they will ask you this: would you like to go ahead and add a tip to the driver? This is before it arrives.
Dude, I hate that.
Right.
Because I just had this order the other night, and it came like cold and like 25, 30 minutes late. I already gave you the tip.
Right.
I want to take that tip back.
Right.
This is a horrible experience.
That's the weird.
But I'm going to eat everything.
Yeah. But that's the weird thing about a tip. It's not to be expected. It's an additional thing because of it's good service.
well, and then these fees now too. I mean, when I delivered pizza when I was in college, we got 50 cents was what the person was charged to cover, or it was $1. I think they were charged for
delivery fee.
and 55 cents went to the driver and 45 cents went to covering the insurance or whatever. And now for some reason, anytime you go to orders, Domino's is like, it's $7, $6 delivery fee or something. Like, there's been times where I'm like, this delivery fee is almost more than my fucking pizza that I
Yeah,
want to get.
right.
Like,
Well, and the only thing I do understand about the fees there is gas prices. Like gas prices goes up, so they move that up to try to cover the cost of the driving around.
But then they say that the driver doesn't get any of that money.
Oh.
I've read that too.
So when
So
I
that,
That they
that
don't get
money
shit.
is just going to the company to cover the insurance. That's what they're saying. Is
okay.
that
Oh, I did
is
not know that.
$5
They get, like,
every
nothing.
time they drive. It costs $5 to insure that driver, and I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like any full coverage policy, like,
Yeah.
and especially at the mass level that you're doing it, like, I don't know. I think
there
that's
should
a
be
crock
there
of
should
shit.
probably be some sort of break. I mean, when I delivered sandwiches, I remember I think I made $1.50 or $2 per delivery for my vehicle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I delivered pizzas for a while, and I used to go on the road, order an entire meal that I really wanted, and then I would get back and I'd fake pick up a phone call and be like, hey, they just canceled that order.
Yeah.
And then I would just eat that order.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you get the man back.
You got to biff those orders.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you get back at the man. This is what you do. You chip away. Also, I love how we've spent 10 minutes. You guys are just trying to hold the man accountable at this point. And I don't know how this show works, but I can confirm you're both hippies. This is crazy. You know what they're doing that's wrong. And you know who hasn't lost a dime is these owners.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, dude. What's going on?
Yeah.
So, Michael, when did you go from Ohio to Arizona?
So I went to, I was in Cincy and I liked growing up there, but I was like, man, I got to get out. So I just applied to, I had an aunt and uncle in Flagstaff, Arizona, one of the sneaky great towns in America.
Dude, those mountains are beautiful.
It's great. And so I used to go there a lot, and I applied to Arizona State just to like, I was just at that point, I don't know if you felt that like the late teens, but you're just like, I got to get the fuck out of whatever this environment is. And so I bailed and ASU was taking everybody. So I was like, let's fucking go. And so that's when I got to Phoenix, and then I lived there for 15 years.
Okay. What'd you go to school for?
I tried to do like journalism and shit, and then that was too good of a school for me to get good grades in there. And I couldn't even get in the ASU journalism school. Now that I say that out loud, that's a tough look for me. I ended up with communications, which is funny because I'm probably using it more than anybody that I graduated with.
Really?
I mean, shit.
Well, yeah.
Think about what we do.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Yes. God, I hope so. Shout out to fentanyl. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so communications degree from ASU.
Gotcha. Did you have were you interested in entertainment prior to going to Arizona?
I was always interested in like being something. Like I remember I was in like choir and stuff. I was like, oh, I could be a singer. I loved like Boys to Men and shit like that growing up. And like I was like, let's go.
What's your favorite Boys to Men song?
My favorite, I really like the classics, like anything that Wanye goes crazy on the bridge. So like End of the Road is fun. I'll Make Love to You is fun.
Could you sing the bridge of that for us?
No pointed finger, the blame is on the man. I want a new life, and I want it with you. If it feels the same, don't ever let it go. You gotta believe in the spirit of love. It'll heal all things. It won't hurt anymore. No,
I don't believe our love's terminal. I'm down on my knees, begging you.
please come home.
Can we come back, baby? I just want to come back, baby.
Oh, how perfect love goes wrong.
There's that moment where
Dude, that's amazing.
you were
You
like, I
sang
don't
it.
think I want to do it. And then once you started,
I was like, let's
there's
go.
a level of joy that just peeled back in your eyes where you were just like, I've been waiting for this moment.
Well, dude, I love, dude, I'll get faded and always put like 90s R&B on because it's just that I always just love the bridge of 90s R&B. The bridge is obviously like when they just go crazy.
Yeah.
But usually the tenor, the best singer typically Wanye was in this case. But like New Edition, you could have had Bobby Brown go crazy, maybe Ralph.
Bobby Brown did go crazy.
He did go crazy. Yes, on and inside and outside of the booth.
Is Bobby dead now too?
No, honestly, everybody in his family is, but no, he's still alive. He's lost like 2 daughters and Whitney.
Oh wow,
It's bad shit.
Yeah.
I root for Bobby. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah. But the bridge of 90s R&B.
Let's take a moment of silence
silence
for
for
Bobby.
For Bobby, who's still very much alive. He's a great follow on IG, dude.
Yeah.
He's taking the worst selfies in his car all the time. Bad angles.
Yeah.
But no,
It's his prerogative.
you know what? It is his prerogative. And every little step he takes.
Dude, Bobby Brown's solo when I was a kid that was the jam.
Dude.
Prerogative was really there. Ghostbusters too. Dude. I don't even remember what that song was.
Dude, it's a great... first of all, I love 90s soundtrack songs because if you listen to the Ghostbusters 2 song, he literally gives the whole plot away.
Yeah.
it's like, he's like, watch out for Ego, the master of evil. Trying to bottom up people. That's not illegal. And then it's like, dude, so Ego is the bad guy. Okay. And then he does this. But yeah, that's an amazing soundtrack song.
Yeah.
It's a classic. Also Bobby Brown. It's always Michael and Prince. But dude, there's an 18-month window
Where Bobby
was fucking holding it, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then cocaine.
Yeah, they let it
I
go.
don't think. Yeah, Prince did opiates. Michael Jackson did painkillers too. Yeah, cocaine was the downfall for Bobby. If he would have just done opiates, I think that would have been better. You live and you learn.
You heard it here. Do you want to deliver that message to everybody at home? Hey, kids.
Just stick to opiates.
That cocaine, that'll fuck you up. You know? Sometimes
It'll get you
they'll put
lockjaw.
opiates in your cocaine and you won't even know they're in there. So
100%.
if you're just always expecting opiates.
But it is very confusing because Bobby still alive.
Still alive. That's true. You're right. All right. That's true. He's,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
if
do cocaine.
If it was a race between Prince, Bobby, and Michael, Bobby's still in it.
Meanwhile, when both Prince and Michael were alive, you could have, just pulled like 15 people. They would have all thought Bobby was dead.
Dude, you would have lost
Of all three,
money.
Bobby's dead.
Yeah, you would have lost money on that bet for sure.
Well, what's crazy about it, too, is that, like, Bobby still could make a comeback.
Dude, 20.
I didn't see it going that way. He could overtake them, dude. He's still kicking, dude. With the right Jimmy Jam production, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe in 20 years,
maybe
we
just-
won't even think about who Prince and Michael Jackson are. It'll just be Bobby.
You're right.
We need those soundtracks back where they just kind of
Dude.
get into telling you what's going on.
It was very simple. I think there's more that I can't think of off top of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
What was
like
the last good movie soundtrack?
that's a great question. I think it might have been like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou."
that was a good one.
There's probably got to be something more recent
That's a
though.
good one.
Oh, you know what? It depends on your perspective on hip hop, but the Black Panther album was produced by Kendrick Lamar, so that was a good album. But it was weird because, it was almost like a Kendrick Lamar album though. But it was heavy Black Panther tones.
Yeah.
That was probably it. I don't know. That's a good question.
When was the last time there was a good montage where you saw the changing that wasn't, wasn't tongue in cheek?
I love a
Something
good
like Rocky.
montage though.
Oh, dude.
Fucking Forrest Gump, dude.
Dude, Forrest Gump.
That's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know what's a good soundtrack that I don't know if it holds up, but I'll be a son of a bitch if I didn't play it all the time, was the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack.
Oh, nope.
Mary Mo.
Yeah, right? Oh,
Yeah.
She's a vegetarian. Oh, Mary Mo, Mary Mo, Mary Mo.
She don't like the meat, but she sure like the bone.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. That's what I do with the bridge. That's your bridge, dude. The baritone, dude. Wow, dude, there was a lot on there. That was like the height of Crash Test Dummies. That was their peak.
Yeah.
They did that.
That really took them off.
Yeah, I had both those CDs in
Yeah.
8th grade.
Yeah, like you used to buy like soundtracks. Any Given Sunday was a good one if you liked hip hop
Yeah.
back then.
There was a
The,
classic jam on So I Married an Axe
As I
Murderer.
walked
That was
through
around
the
the same.
valley.
that was probably good.
Oh, the
That was
shadow of
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Dangerous Minds.
Dude.
Coolio.
Dude,
Take a look at my life.
realize there's nothing left.
Do you remember
I've been blasting and laughing
And
so long that even
Coolio's
my
dead.
mama thinks that he's dead too.
Yeah, cool.
Coolio's dead.
Bobby's still getting it.
He's
Bobby's outlived a lot of
dead.
people, doesn't he?
He's dead and Coolio'd in the ground.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Let him Coolio off a little bit, dude.
Do you remember when Coolio and Weird Al got into it?
Because he
about-
redid that song,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Coolio redid a Stevie Wonder song. So
What do you mean they got into it?
There was a big argument
they
because he was.
fought?
Well,
yeah,
there was that big issue
Coolio
where
beat
Coolio
the
was
shit
like,
out of Weird Al.
he
was
wasn't cool with him doing
no,
that.
he was like,
the
this
parody.
is art, and you're parroting art.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
'Cause
Kurt
it was a
Cobain
very
was like,
serious
it's
song.
just going to make us more popular.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, Kurt Cobain. So I read this recently. Kurt Cobain asked Weird Al was like, "Can I do parody Smells Like Teen Spirit?" And he goes, "Is it going to be about food?" And he's like, "No, I'm just going to make fun of how no one can understand you when you sing." And he's like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
Also,
makes you mumble.
also
like, but if you're-
opiates, undefeated.
Also, Bobby's still alive. Kurt is.
Yeah, no, you're right. Heroin's undefeated. I always forget. Heroin's on the same winning streak as the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Just on
They
a
get
crazy
one. They
tear.
get one every once in a while.
Oh, dude, they've never
Cocaine,
lost. They've never lost. Name a matchup that
They've
Heroin's
they've
take.
lost one time, I think.
Who'd they lose to?
Keith Richards.
To the
No,
who
but
do they
he was
always
ta-
play?
but he
The-
would up
the
and down it.
Washington Generals, right?
No, the Globetrotters notorious have never lost.
I think
Oh, we're
they've
talking
lost
about the Globe.
one
I was
time.
talking about heroin.
One time? What is this? Little Giants?
I think
Just
they've
one
lost
time.
One time, maybe.
I hope not. Well,
Because I
Heroin
went.
might have lost one time. Then maybe it is Keith Richards.
Have the Harlem Globetrotters ever lost?
Or Ozzy. I feel like it's got to be Keith or Ozzy.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Iggy
about
Pop.
the show Oz.
Yes.
Ozzy.
In fact, the Globetrotters have lost 345 games over the course of 9
this
decades.
is-
Well, that's
What a-
trash.
what
Why
a-
would you bring this up?
What a depressing
However-
Why are
pod.
you documenting this?
However, with 27,000 wins, the Globetrotters do own the best winning percentage, .987 in the history of professional sports.
And honestly, those numbers probably do match up with heroin. I'm sure there's a couple people that have snuck by, but definitely not Kurt or but Courtney Love survived.
I'm sorry that I-
Courtney
forgot
Love
about her,
survived.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I had to ruin that for you. Yeah, because she was doing cocaine.
I think that the key is doing. Cause
gotta
Keith
do
Richards would do the downers, and then he'd like wait 3 hours and then do the upper, and he had like a system. What a guy!
Yeah.
Or barely. He's one of the aliens that we're trying to look for, right?
Oh man, that's.
Keith Richards.
I feel like when they came out with that, and they're like, we have alien substances. When they did that, I was like, all right. Now, what are you hiding? Because if you're letting us in on that, there is absolutely something.
No,
you're
they're kind of
distracting
like
from.
they're spitting on our butthole before they peg us. If you guys are familiar with the analogy, and luckily they're spitting a little bit, but they're kind of creeping in on a lot more information that we don't need to know.
Less than 15
that?
seconds.
Yeah.
That's not real.
It is not real.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. It was free.
Yeah.
I looked that up. It's not real. Well, and it's YouTube that'll flag it and be
it's not.
like, you need to pay them royalties because you played that fucking
Instagram, I think, is 15 seconds.
Ah.
Yeah.
None of that's true. The thing with Instagram is they can't really find you to get money from you.
Yeah.
So they just kind of let a lot of shit slide, I
But
think.
TikTok, man, they will not let shit go.
Really? No.
We've had some weird issues where TikTok's just like,
Oh,
Well,
dude,
they
they'll
just don't
mute
like
it
they just don't like drugs. They don't like
to party.
if it's anything sex or fucking or like saying the word fuck. It's weird because China's like a country that doesn't have a First Amendment or freedom of speech law is basically controlling everything people in America see.
yeah.
Well, I saw recently too. They have a form of TikTok that they utilize for obviously the population in China, and it doesn't have any of the dumb shit. It's all about like it's like very
Science
like
and math.
yeah,
and
it's
Really?
engineering
STEM.
based. It's like how you could build this or how you could do
Wow.
that, and a lot of the videos are very like educational.
So it's almost turning social media into a way to keep their brains actively towards science.
And yeah, make sure they're
It's a form
intelligent.
of idiocy warfare.
Yeah, because they're just like honestly, it's probably just we just got hit with an algorithm just proves how dumb we are. I'm sure
Right.
I don't think they were smart enough to get an algorithm just as like take the dumbest shit in the world and put it to the top. But we are as people already that dumb
Right.
that the algorithm's fine tuned to just be like you're stupid
Yeah.
as fuck.
We're very close to idiocracy becoming
I know it is crazy, dude.
You're just sitting there going, just the greatest movie at the time was just called Ass.
Back then, was it?
No, that was
In the movie. I was like, dude, wow, really?
Yeah, it was
During-
just they just go in and look at a dude's ass and
That's
just laugh
two.
about
That was
it.
two. That was 2 years ago.
Ass.
Ass. Yeah, you didn't see ass.
Yeah, I think it was Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
The sequel was and titties. No,
Titties. Titties.
but
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to being in Phoenix? Did you ever go to Sedona?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alien activity?
Anything?
It's weird, right?
They say. I mean, when you get into the desert, there's a lot of little towns that you'll pop into, and you're here. I've heard some really, really like, I don't want to call it chilling, but like stories from people that you're like, this dude has no reason to lie to me about this UFO that has definitely been over his house a couple times or something like that. But that was like deep into the Arizona desert, like between Nevada and Phoenix.
my camera never works. It comes over my house all the time, but my camera never works.
This dang thing never works. They are very hard to. They're not very photogenic, these aliens. But Sedona has like vortexes.
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, some interesting shit.
Has vortex? What the fuck does that mean?
There's a male and a female vortex. I don't know what the fuck, dude. Honestly, it's a bunch of you guys.
There's a male and a female vortex.
Yeah, it's like
no,
an
I'm
energy.
not, I'm not
thing.
into all the hippie shit. I just have long hair and hate capitalism.
Dude, you would hate Sedona then. It's dude, I like it because it's good people watching. You talk to like some townies and they're just like so off their
bizarre
shit.
out, right?
But they definitely have like some stories about alien activity up there and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's heavy. That's heavy crystals and like go out to the
Huge
desert
crystal.
and sit in those.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard people like on the lot and different festivals that I've been at where they're like, oh, you go to Sedona. It's like you bathe in this energy and it can
I will
change
say
your life.
you should go to Sedona. Sedona, I will just say as a nature dude, it's crazy when you're in Sedona. You're looking at these rocks with it's like these red rocks with all this green like flora or whatever you'd call it, like fauna and shit all over it. It looks like a painting. You're looking at something that doesn't look real.
Okay.
It's very cool. And there's nothing like it in the world. There's no other.
When you say green, is it like a moss or something?
Yeah, it's like something like that. It's a lot of trees too.
I love me a moss.
Yeah, we love a moss. And so there's a lot of nice moss up there if you want to get up to Sedona.
Zacks and chains.
My people.
all over the rocks.
Yeah, right? It's good. It's dope, though. Hard vouch for Sedona.
Yeah?
Yeah, pop in.
Fauna's the animals, right? Flora, fauna. Fauna's
what is
an animal?
I thought
think.
fauna.
A fawn, isn't it?
Fawn is a
a baby deer.
Flora is the plants, and the fauna is the animals.
Foliage is also leaves and whatnot. You're right. You know where I was at, though.
No, but I did that the other day. I said flora, fauna, or fauna when I was trying to talk about a plant, and I was like, I think that's the animal.
Yeah.
I think I'm.
It's like, actually, I just want a Fanta.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Orange. please.
Orange Fanta, please.
You ever do the grape?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I like the grape Fanta. I thought that was like a comedy club. You ever do the grape?
You ever do the
It's like, I don't know. They haven't booked. Who books that?
Who books the grape Fanta?
Yeah, I do the grape. Yeah, I'll go grape when I need to. Orange is just consistent. Orange pairs well with some hot wings, actually.
Yeah. Orange sodas. You put ice in orange soda?
I like if you can give me a cold one, we're chilling.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I will add ice if I need to. But it's a necessity thing. I'd prefer it as already chilled.
Okay.
Yeah. These are the hard hitting questions. Hippie, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you ever been to Arizona?
I have, man. I took a trip there when I was 18, and it was hell because it was me and two other friends that were 18. We just turned 18, and we're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna drive to Phoenix, Arizona from South Dakota straight through.
Oh no.
And
What, summer?
Summer.
Oh no.
But we're gonna drive
Just no research done.
We're gonna drive straight through in the summer, like 18 hours or something.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stay awake by smoking Coke foilies off the dashboard of the car.
Sure.
You and Bobby Brown.
And,
Oh my God.
yeah, I'm still alive. And so
Smoking Coke foilies? I don't think I've done that
I love
one.
that. Smoking Coke foilies sounds like a game.
Crazy. Yeah, it sounds
So
fun.
what do you do? You want to smoke some Coke? Doing Coke foilies?
So my buddy, he's a driving, and he's a driving. I'm making Coke foilies, So you take a piece of aluminum foil, you put it out, you get a little water and baking soda, you mix it with the cocaine, and then it's finger painting. You smear it.
Okay.
You paint a thin layer of it all over the foil, and then you light under it, and you
Yeah.
hit the smoke that comes off of it.
Crack,
So-
pretty much, right?
Yeah, kind of. So
This is at this point. It is crack. I've seen a lot of shows. I watched 5 seasons of Snowfall. That's crack.
it's like DIY crack.
Yeah.
Whatever. So,
Yeah.
So we're
This is not making it on TikTok.
The thing about smoking Coke foilies is once you take a hit off of a Coke foilie, you really want to take another one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, this sounds a lot like crack cocaine.
Meanwhile, the driver is going, hey, I need some fuel.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's weird strategies too, where sometimes you can be like, all right, we're going to make a bunch of them before we start smoking them so that we don't have to stop smoking them to make them, So then you have the whole dash of the car is just covered in Coke foilies. And
Good
Just
Lord.
waiting for a whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Well, then you just crumple it up. You're like, oh, well, we just have
Just
a
some
big
foilers.
ball of tin foil. So we ran out of tin foil like halfway through in Gallup, New Mexico, and we pulled into a gas
Ooh.
station in Gallup, New
That's
Mexico.
not a great place to pull over.
Oh,
But a
yeah.
good place to do Coke foilies.
Yes.
Oh,
You can barter.
I know. Later in life, I did a hip hop show there when I was a rapper in Gallup. But
What chapter is this?
yeah, it's another chapter.
This is
But
crazy.
we
It's
can't
the
get
last
into that.
episode.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There he is.
but no, I walked in there and I was like, yeah, 4 a.m. I need aluminum foil. Where's the aluminum foil?
There's no way they're not
Just
like,
high
this guy's
energy.
doing Coke
Oh,
foilies.
my God.
It's still on foilies.
But yeah,
him
anytime
the
we
foil.
drive by a town that like had livestock or and it smelled like shit, my buddy just kept like going, dude, you fucking smell like shit. you guys fucking smell like shit.
Just
you smell
manure.
like shit. And then be like, it's a goddamn. And he's like, stop farting in the car. You smell like shit. And like, I don't know if he's joking or just like coked out his
Just a
mind.
dumbass.
But like by the dude, we're like just like all of us are so mad at each other. We fucking hate each other by the time.
And no one ever talks about coke aggression.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No one talks about like if you're gonna smoke coke foilies all the way to fucking Phoenix, Arizona, you better not run out of cocaine 2 hours from Arizona.
Oh my God.
Oh, really? And then,
So
that's
the car's got plenty of gas, but the people are out.
Oh yeah, no, it was fucking brutal. And then we all turned on each other. There was like my buddy's car got towed.
Wait, what? The one car with everyone in
The
it.
one car that we were riding, and we were riding home in, but we saw a tow truck come in and hook up to it, and we were like, "Fuck Cody, he's been a dick."
Whoa!
Yeah.
So the car and all the foilies gone.
Yeah, we're like, "Fuck Cody, he's been a dick." Well, actually, our plan was let's wait till they're about to tow it, and then we can get him in a panic, and he'll run down there. And we're like, "Cody, they're towing your car." We didn't realize how quick these motherfuckers were. Holy shit!
really?
Oh yeah, they hooked that thing up and we're fucking out of there. And like we're like, Cody, they're towing your car. He's like running down and they're just like ripping out of the fucking driveway. So that cost him like $300 or something. Then he just tries to press like a button on my buddy's CD player, and the disc changer won't close, probably just because it broke or whatever. But then so everybody's like, you fucking broke it. You
Dude.
got to buy a new CD player. And then I had a
Cody's are notoriously pretty bad people.
Also, Cody.
Chode. No, Chode's great.
First
dude.
two letters
His
of
nickname
Coke.
is Chode. Yeah, right.
No, we were all fucking just evil to each other.
Yeah.
We were all
Yeah.
just shitty. I think, is that young... That's what I'm saying. I'm only 11 in comedy, like fucking smoking coke. I'm 7 years away from smoking
Right.
cocaine foilies in the desert and fucking watching my friends' cars get towed away. What the fuck?
Right. In one 18-hour drive, you had the rise and fall of like any American pop band. That's crazy. Start doing too much coke. By the time we got to Arizona, we fucking hated each other. Dude. We broke up, dude.
The Eagles are over.
Yeah,
They
right.
have landed.
Oh, no. Then that ride home. Yeah, I feel like I've talked
Yeah, because then you have to have the ride home,
before,
and
but-
you're all angry at each other on the ride home.
Oh,
Nobody-
yeah,
How many
yeah.
people in the car? 4?
3 total.
Did
that's,
anyone bail?
So
Anyone
there's,
like, I'm going to take a bus back?
but there's no balance ever. It's always 2v1.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, 2 and 2. 4 is a good number. I had 5 one time driving to Colorado from Phoenix, in a Chevy Cobalt. One of us had to sit upside down in the back to be the maximize comfort. Not ideal, but we had to go see the Arizona State Sun Devils play the Buffs. You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, did you win?
Yeah, we did. 2012. Or no, when was that? No, this is probably 2005 or 6 actually. My buddy
So
did.
what was the actual score of the game?
I don't even know. I was hammered.
I just love that you're like, yeah, 2012. Fuck. I'm like, how the fuck do you remember that?
Yeah. Well, no, I remember because it was freshman year. It was freshman year of college.
Hard to
So I know
remember. My all the blood had rushed to my head. I'd had the middle seat
was
for
like-
quite a while.
I do have a weird sports memory though.
yeah.
Obviously,
I
you
do
guys
know a lot of
didn't
weird
run
shit.
out of cocaine on your trip. 'cause you
No, we
remember
didn't.
Everything.
Dude, I never got into any of that. I was a booze boy, and I don't mind it. I never look back and be like, damn, I wish I got into more cocaine. But like as you age, obviously I've dabbled. But I was a boozy boy. Arizona State was you could have done a lot of things. You could have done the coke route. You could have definitely just been an alcoholic. You could have just gone to school.
Who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not in Arizona State.
So you still at the point of like a booze, not pot, psychedelics, anything like that?
No, I do now. So I say that, but I
Now
also
I do cocaine.
yeah, I've grown up now.
How do you think I'm awake?
Or you guys hold it.
I brought my foil.
Concurrently throughout boozing, I was always doing I did mushrooms since high school.
Okay.
I do them probably I would say once or twice a year though. Nothing
Okay.
too crazy. I do enjoy them quite a bit, and then.
And when you say once, twice a year, I mean you're going.
Sometimes I don't go crazy. Like the farthest I'll go is like an eighth.
That's
but
a good run.
That's going crazy. But I might spread it. I might not
Okay.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might do a half eighth, and then we're dabbling the rest of the for the next 6-7 hours.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it because if you pop up and you're like, I like this, you can just keep it going.
I prefer that. I've done a good amount of drugs, though. Yeah.
Did you, when you were in Sedona, could you feel the energy?
No. And I'm an energy guy.
yeah.
I like to be. I definitely can
So you feel the energy other places. You're like, you know what? I felt it at the at a cinnamon chili joint in Cincinnati. But you know what?
Dude,
when I was in Sedona, I didn't feel that fucking shit.
Skyline chili gets
I'm
me.
a nature guy for sure. Like I go to Yosemite. Like I've probably been there like 7-8 times. I love that type of shit. Sedona, I don't know.
You feel the energy there?
I do feel the energy there for sure, and also I feel the energy of cities a lot. I feel like I love huge city energy. Like New York City can be kind of overwhelming, but once you kind of like let it take over you, you're like, all right. And the thing is, also when I'm there, I'm just doing comedy, so it's like this guy's got a portfolio that he's gonna fuck up for somebody today or something.
But it's like that energy comes in like a vibration. Sometimes it's chiller, and sometimes I feel like New York. Even LA at some point feels more just. It's not even necessarily aggressive. It's just like people have shit to do.
In LA?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's their whole careers online, but it's so fucking dumb. I'm always like, LA, I was at the Top Golf the other day on a Monday. I'm like, why is this so busy? I should be here. I don't have a day job. What the fuck's going on in LA? Nobody works, but they do have like a lot of. You talk to some of them, and they have huge projects going on in LA too. The energy in LA is much more chill, much more. I like that speed. New York overwhelms me. Seattle has energy. I don't mind. I like Seattle's energy.
I like the Pacific Northwest. That I don't mind the fog. When we were in Oregon,
I like it.
That mist would come in off the ocean and hit those. I mean, those Douglas firs, and it was just
those Dougie firs, dude.
Dougie firs, baby.
Come on now, dude. The Pacific.
If I was ever a rapper, that's my name.
Dougie fir.
Dig Dougie fir.
Doug E fir.
Doug E fir.
The Pacific.
Dougie Firsch.
Dougie Firsch. Fresh Dougie. Okay.
Dougie Firsch. Oh, I see what's going on. Now I'm angry. I did that drive up the one on the coast though. The best place was the Oregon coast was the best.
Dude, it's so
those are
beautiful.
dope little towns. I like little town energy. I like little towns are dope because like the smaller the town, the better the fudge. And
really, fudge boy?
I think that's got to be a theory that we're working. Yeah, I'll sneak some fudge in my life.
So rich. Like sometimes if the fudge is really good, I can't do a lot of it.
I don't do a lot. I just need a little.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a sweet tooth. Like the Gushers you gave me, dude. Yeah. I didn't need the whole bag, but that was like a perfect amount for the day.
We were talking about red vines earlier. If I get started, I cannot stop.
Red vines are good. They go hard.
Have you had the nerd clusters?
I have.
God damn it. I don't know what's in that. I know. Once it's open, it's gone.
I fuck with those at the movie theater sometimes.
I know it's a problem because when someone will go, hey, could I get one of those? There's a part of me that's like, I don't know, dude. And that's not good.
Fight or flight, dude. Kicks in on the nerd clusters.
Yeah. And AJ's comfortable being an asshole to me, and I asked him for some once, and he was like, I don't know. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And
I don't know is a crazy response. Yeah. I don't know, dude.
I got to count these out.
Oh, my God.
I was like, yeah, you know, you're a fucking grown-ass man. You're going to give me some of that fucking candy.
I got to ration these things out.
We're going to have a goddamn problem. No.
When we were in Vail, I came back from the grocery store with 2 bags, and I was like, I think we have enough.
Yes.
So
clusters are good.
We've never really talked about this before, but I think out of L.A. and New York being the cities that comics move to or whatever, I think L.A. is definitely the hippier choice.
I think so. I mean, yeah. There's more beach. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's more.
There's just more like Volkswagens and people doing this. I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
for
people
sure.
don't ever do this in New York.
But it is strange though because upstate New York
holding
is
up
where,
a peace
is
sign.
where Woodstock was, which was an epicenter.
Yeah,
but I'm not a folk singer.
Yeah, but we're talking about fucking cities though right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I think LA
not
is
the state, and I mean I think the state of California still would kick New York's ass because you have San Francisco, you have fucking so much shit.
Oh,
for
dude,
sure. I mean,
the state of California, dude, you got the middle of California. People forget, dude, you ever been to fucking Stockton or Fresno?
Dude.
You want to go in a fist fight with these people?
Modesto?
Yeah, like this shit is sketchy, bro.
Yeah.
It gets fucking really funky when you get outside of these.
Been to Lodi?
No, I haven't heard that one. Barstow, dude? You trying to fish, bro?
We were at Barstow at the edge of the desert.
Bishop?
When the foilies began to take hold.
The fucking Hunter S. Thompson. He's been to Barstow, probably.
I just like who. I mean, people live in all kinds of shitty places, but California is one that makes me laugh. It's like, yeah, I moved to California. Where at? Fucking really far from the ocean. Not really by the mountains. I'm in a desert. The people are mean.
No, it's tough, dude. I was just in Fresno recently.
Bakersfield?
Not great. Bakersfield's sketchy.
Dude.
You know what it is, though? Those are fucking, like, regular Americans, though. I do like those towns. Like, that's just, like, regular people. I'm from the Midwest, so it's like that.
Is that like a prison community.
A lot of them are. I don't know if Bakersfield is.
I can't remember because there's a place here where there's a Supermax.
You mean
prison.
a prison?
Well, like, yeah.
People incarcerated over there?
A prison community?
Would you call this a prison community?
Yeah.
It's like a commune of people that don't want to be
prison
there, but they're being
community.
held.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I actually had on a prison HOA, a POA. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta push these
There's
plates.
some Ontario's like a big there's a prison right there that you get some people at those shows where you're like, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I stayed in Ontario, Oregon, which was wild. Like, it's
sounds
right
fun.
on the border of Idaho. And I didn't
okay.
realize, like, you go right down the street and you're in Idaho. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. It's almost like Trinidad, where marijuana's legal there. So everyone from Idaho is just coming across to buy up what they can.
I like Idaho. I like those places. I did a whole road trip up there one time. I did like Montana, Idaho. Because what's up there? Coeur d'Alene? Is that Idaho?
Dude,
That's Idaho?
Dude, Coeur d'Alene.
That's pretty. Also, sneaky hub for the KKK, I learned.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
But
I didn't know that till recently.
That lake,
Yeah.
like, oh, man.
Yeah.
On your way to Washington, like, how beautiful.
Right. And then also you're like, dude, hey, who am I to judge what the KKK think is beautiful?
I heard a story, I think it was about,
That lake is that lake. It's great.
about Baxley doing a show there, or somebody.
Troy?
Yeah, I can't remember I think it was him, but somebody did a show there, and there was like a racist guy in the front row, and he did a joke, and the guy got upset, and then he hammered him really hard, and the guy got up and left, and whoever the comic
Gave him
was,
the card.
well, when the comic got off stage, the fucking owner of the club had like their check ready for them when they got off, and was like, hey,
If I was
you need to get in your car and
Yeah.
fucking go, because that guy's going to get people, and he's gonna fucking
Yeah.
come back here,
Dude,
and fucking probably kill you.
you ever read up on Ruby Ridge, dude?
No.
You know
what's
how
that?
it all goes back to
We still in Idaho?
Yeah, we're still in Idaho, deep Idaho. Ruby Ridge was like a thing where the government came in and they ended up there was a guy who was a standoff with his family.
It's kind of like a Waco thing that
So
ended
it
less
sparked Waco.
bad. Okay.
No, that's the thing. So this started this, and then it went to Waco, and then Waco went to Oklahoma City. And it's
Same
like
type of-
there's a documentary that connects all the ideologies.
Really? So
And-
it was still religious based somehow.
It wasn't religious based as much as that book, dude. The Turner Diaries. That's my namesake. The Turner Diaries is the connection with all of it, and it's like this book that is about overthrowing the government in a calculated way with bombs and shit like that and chaos.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy stuff. But Ruby Ridge is the first incident that then got white nationalists heated, and then that led to that momentum led to some stuff that happened in Waco, and then Waco, if you know, is the thing that led to Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
You know, the more you know.
Wow.
Idaho,
But that lake in Coeur d'Alene.
but that lake in Coeur d'Alene,
that
dude.
lake, right? But it is
Beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah, I mean that lake was beautiful to the point like we were looking around and we were like maybe we could live here. But now when I tell my wife what's going on there, it's
Yeah. No, yeah.
Okay.
It's I didn't know that either when I went. Somebody and also I don't know. I don't think I did a lot of further research, but I remember when they told me, I was like, that kind of checks out.
yeah. Well,
It's uniquely white up there.
there's also a lot of
uncomfortably white.
places in like Idaho, Eastern Washington, also like where
Yes.
you can tuck in and people don't even know you're there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
militia activity up in those areas.
Oh yeah, 100%. They think they're gonna really take it over again.
Yeah.
Which good for them. You gotta have a dream.
Yeah. And you tell them wrong. Maybe you just went backpacking one day.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
Well, and we know how it works out for all these people. They're like, you need guns to overthrow the government. And anytime these people with all these guns, the government comes, they always lose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
government, heroin, and the Harlem
Yeah.
Globetrotters,
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown's running it all.
They're
We
on
know
a
that.
they're on a winning percentage of 96.7.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Phase 1, get the guns. Phase 2, Phase 3, overthrow the government.
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, where can people find it, Michael?
Turner Comedy at Turner Comedy. You can find me there. That's Instagram is usually the main hub of what I do, and then Facebook, all that shit, YouTube. I got a podcast called Yum San. And then that's about it.
Spell that for everybody.
YAHMSAYN. YIN. There's an I in there.
You know
Fucking yes.
you
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, well, thanks so much for coming on, Michael. And
Did we want to do some rapid fire to come up with a decision?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this one, but beard, mustache, sideburns.
Mustache.
Okay.
Flowers or guns?
Oof. I do. I mean, I'm a big John Wick guy, so guns.
You do like Coeur d'Alene.
You know what I'm saying? I do like Coeur d'Alene. I'll go guns.
You ever have long hair?
No.
Never. Ever have the desire to have long hair?
Yeah. And then it got bushy, and I was like, this is too much.
You got curls.
I get curls, yeah.
Okay.
Pubes or no pubes?
Pubes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
On just on myself and women.
That's
Just pubes.
just in general.
Pubes.
You know what? I
You're
thought,
pro,
I
not
thought
pro.
you might ask for clarification, but based on the way that you answered, you were like it
Pubes.
seemed like you were fucking down with pubes wherever they were.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't need pube clarity.
No, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that was
is
a
true.
confident, full pube
Yes,
man.
pube.
Bob Dylan or Jacob Dylan?
Oh, Bob Dylan.
All right.
Yeah.
That's most of the consensus, but we have
They're
had a
sneaky.
Jacob Dylan.
I mean, yeah, he had a couple hits.
Glass or plastic?
Glass.
Are you a open toe guy? You ever wear flip-flops, sandals, things like that?
Slides, yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Have you ever pooped in the woods?
Yes.
I
a
like
lot.
that. Stop. Have you ever pooped? And then the gears were going. I was like, what are we doing?
I did a 14-day river trip in the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. So we pooped every night somewhere.
Yeah. So you do are you a camper? You enjoy camping?
I do.
outside?
Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done Yosemite, Moab, and then the Colorado River was like the biggest thing that I did. I've done Yellowstone by myself.
Do you smoke weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I consume mushrooms. I've done ketamine in the Lower East Side of New York City.
Yeah, I did several ketamine injections here.
It's interesting.
It's
I don't know if I would be in public again with it.
It was I was in a doctor's
Yeah,
office.
it's
and they were
public.
shooting
It's
me
a
up.
weird public.
I was
drug.
I was in public.
It was it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever been through. Like it was so wild.
He did it
Through
in
a
a therapeutic scenario.
I
That
was doing it
sounds
with a doctor.
That sounds interesting.
It was like
yours was with a doctor.
I
Too.
was yeah. Dr. Dre was playing in the background. Yeah.
yeah, it was essentially like you got 4 minutes till David Lynch starts playing his film.
Yeah. That's dude. That was a fun one. I dabble. But yeah, big outdoorsy guy for sure, yeah.
Okay. White girls with dreadlocks.
No.
Okay.
Well, I think I know. I think I have my.
Yeah, I have an opinion. I'm not sure I'm 100% on it, but I think I got one.
Yeah.
You fuck with crystals at all?
No.
Okay. Music festivals?
I can't do it.
Why?
I just don't want to be somewhere for 3. I like seeing artists solo on their tour because they are intentionally doing their shit. Whereas at a music festival, I think sometimes it's too clustered.
Okay.
I also don't want to be around that many people.
Okay.
I like camping, but I don't like doing that shit. My
Gotcha.
brother went to the first 3 Bonnaroos, and his war stories were too much for me.
Yeah. Early Bonnaroo, and that would have
He
been
went to the
great.
first 3.
Like now, it is
Yeah.
way too big.
Yeah. Tennessee in the middle of summer. It didn't sound right.
All right. Yeah. That tipped me over to what I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready?
3,
2, 1.
one.
Not hippie.
Close. Not hippie.
I think I'm like on the. I think I'm cusp. I'm cusp
it's
hippie.
so close.
Very much because I felt like not hippie for in general, but then what it is the nature loving thing really, and your sense of feeling energy.
Yeah, big energy guy.
Yeah,
It's
those
just me being a
things-
Sagittarius.
Those
Yeah.
things made me lean that. Oh, and are you into the zodiac?
I sometimes read my shit where I'm like, this is pretty accurate.
Ah, yeah.
I am
don't
definitely.
know, man. That might tip me right over.
yeah.
I do. I've seen the Wood Brothers 3 times.
I like the Wood Brothers.
I love the Wood Brothers.
You ever listen to Medeski, Martin, and Wood?
So that's how I found out who he was. Yeah, we were in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we were like, fuck it, let's do like something random. And we
Did you
saw
go
there
up
was
to the top of the mountain to watch him?
Oh yeah. Oh no. He was at they were at some.
You know what? I'm changing. I'm going.
I think I'm going.
You know what? I think if you keep yours not hippie and I keep mine hippie, then that's the
Okay.
that's the
I think
perfect
I think
rating.
that's
I think,
accurate.
I think
dude.
that's right. Let's count down again and just make the official.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Not hippie.
All right.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude,
But I love the Backstreet Boys, so figure it
Yeah.
out. No, I'm kidding.
my whole thing
And
is
you
like,
literally sang a solo
Boys
from
to
Boys to
Men.
Men.
I literally the only song sang here from this non-hippie is New Jack Swing song, produced by Babyface.
But
but yeah, I
But
mean, I
dude,
think,
also R&B. A lot of jam bands are R&B bands. The Dead is an R&B band.
There's a lot.
It's like a faux R&B band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I could hang in the woods with you, and it would be fun.
It'd be a good time. I did. Yeah, you guys would fuck with
mushrooms
me.
and
I did
stuff?
mushrooms and watched John Mayer do Madison Square Garden by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
just Madison, or was it just John Mayer? Or was it the whole?
You know what
Dead
sucked
Co?
is I saw him do his. No, it was just John Mayer, and he had the whole band. And then the next night there was 2 shows. I decided to go Monday instead of Tuesday because I was like, he'll rip either night. The next night, the drummer got COVID, and he did a whole acoustic set, and I was like, God damn it! And then halfway through, Questlove from the Roots came out and played drums. With him. So I fucking missed that.
Well, yeah, I didn't know you were such a Mayer guy because I have my fan group that I started called the J-Mays.
I love J May, dude. We call him J May too.
You do?
Yeah, me and my brother call him J May.
Oh, what the? I thought I made that up.
You probably, dude. Well, we made it up separately, but because me and my brother.
Oh my gosh, this is meant to be.
Yeah, J May, dude.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
when we were on lot, Marciana, my wife, saw this shirt that she wanted to buy, and she's got to get it online because they were sold out. It had John Mayer with like a halo on his head and a Bertha Rose around, and it just said, "He is my Jerry."
I think he's won a lot of these guys over.
Yeah, he has.
Finally, but he's also his John.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
That is. Yeah, I saw him in 2015 when everyone was walking out.
Yeah, people don't like him.
2015 when it started, there were like John Mayer fans that went, and there was like, I'm not into this, like young kids, and they were leaving, and then old deadheads that were like, we don't know what's going on. But I heard John Mayer play Cold Rain and Snow in Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to like it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, here goes all my money.
He's a ripper. He is a ripper. J May, dude.
Fuck yeah, J-May. All right, well,
Appreciate you guys.
This has been fun. Thanks for coming by, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Always good seeing you guys.
Thanks for coming by. Check out, if you want to come see me, go to zachmoss.com.
Check me out at
AJ
ajfinney.com and like, subscribe.
And check out the Patreon. We just had a new episode drop where we talked with Marciana, AJ's wife, about their travels up through the Northwest.
I think we got into some deep fart talk, actually.
And then, there'll be the third Patreon episode will be dropping next Wednesday where AJ and I fight about whether it's okay or not to hide your death from people. So,
MF Doom?
Definitely.
Is this MF Doom, dude?
we were talking about somebody from
Widespread Panic. We're talking about Michael.
Widespread.
Yeah, we're talking about Michael Hauser and his. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
if you know the story, that's enough for you to get into it.
Yeah, we basically are like, if you find out you have cancer, should you tell people?
Yeah.
When should you tell people?
Norm Macdonald type deal.
Yeah.
Norm. Yeah, forgot about Norm.
Yeah, Norm did it.
Because Norm kind of did the same thing.
His closest friends didn't know.
Yeah.
And they were kind of angry, I think.
Yeah.
But that's a norm. That's a very norm thing to do.
That's a normal norm.
Yeah, right?
I mean, now that I know that, fuck his comment. No.
You never got it anyway.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
We get into it. We get into it pretty deep. So, thanks so much. Like, listen, subscribe. We love you guys. Thanks for getting on the motherfucking.